Everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Southern Scouser Liverpool Football Manager Career Challenge. It's like one of those Top Gear names, isn't it? It just goes on and on forever, but seeing if I can do better than Klopp could do this season with this group of players. I've made one signing. If you haven't seen the previous episodes, Erling Haaland's up top. We did move Firmino and Origi on to fund that move because with COVID, all the transfer budgets were all massively reduced. We've had an amazing start, really. We struggled a little bit in the Champions League, but in the league we've only drawn the one game and lost. Well, drawn two games now and lost one. But before that, we were in amazing form, as you can see there, winning game after game after game. But in the Champions League, we've lost to Shakhtar and we've drawn with Slavia Prague. So it's all down to this game with Leipzig in the last game of the group. So you can see here, Shakhtar have already qualified, but the winner of Liverpool-Leipzig could potentially go through. So it's going to be a big game. I think it's usually decided on the head-to-head. So we won the home game 3-1. So technically, if we were to lose 2-0, I think we go out. So yeah, if we can avoid that, it would be great. In terms of the team, it looks pretty strong. It's only really the fullback areas where we've had to rotate. Mo Salah as well is needing a little bit of a rest. He's a bit jaded. So massive game coming up. It's a must not lose game. Otherwise, we're going to be playing in the Europa League if we do lose by that 2-0 margin. So here we go into Leipzig, which is where Liverpool obviously should have played in their last 16 game in real life, but obviously due to COVID, we managed to play them home and away in the same stadium in Hungary in a neutral venue, and 4-0 overall aggregate score to get through to the quarterfinals where we meet Real Madrid. So that's going to be a really entertaining game. So it's difficult to predict a winner from that tie. All the other Champions League ties are fairly easier to predict, other than the Bayern PSG game. You know, the likes of Chelsea to beat Porto, City to beat Dortmund. I think you'd find most people going with that. But yeah, Liverpool Madrid, really tough one to call. So Milner playing at right back, Smikas at left back. And yeah, hopefully we can just, avoid a 2-0 defeat. Even a 1-0 defeat, I'm pretty sure we still go through. Whether that be first or second, depending on the Shakhtar result. I think they're away to Slavia Prague at the moment. So we'll keep an eye on that one. But they're already through regardless, so really we're hoping for them to drop points, for them to come second in this group, so we can try and better their score. It's going to be tough. Good play in there, Szoboszlai, and Alario with the finish. So again, Liverpool behind in Europe. We are struggling big time. Almost the opposite of real life, where Liverpool are doing really well in Europe and really struggling in the Premier League. But yeah, as you see, 1-0 result. We still sit second in this group. But one more goal for Leipzig and we're going to be finding ourselves in big trouble. There's the goal. That's what we needed. That is huge. That's the away goal, technically, because we're kind of combining the head-to-head records. So Leipzig now need to beat us 3-1 just for it to go down to goal difference, which I think we're probably ahead in. So that's a huge goal from Mane. Absolutely brilliant. Just what we needed, and that does actually put us back to the top of the group as well. So Shakhtar yet to find a way through in Prague. Can we take a lead in this game, which would be absolutely brilliant. Wijnaldum through to Jota. Milner with the ball across again, and Haaland. You would expect him to put that away. Slavia Prague have actually taken the lead in that game as well. The different team at home, Slavia Prague. So all going our way at the moment. As it stands, we top the group with 11 points. It's right down to the wire. Leipzig are going to need at least a couple of the goals. Shakhtar have got an equalizer. That puts them back to second spot. Does that? Yeah, within a point again. And they might even be level with us now, if that updates. Unless there's been another goal in that game that we've not seen. Yeah, there has. Slavia Prague, we've taken the 2-1 lead. There we go. So Shakhtar really struggling. It's a place that we only managed to draw in Prague as well. So it looks like all their points could potentially come at home. I'm imagining Leipzig won there because they've only got 4 points as it stands. So they must have beat them home and away. Slavia Prague with a third. Now that is a big goal in this group. Even if Liverpool were to lose this game, I believe we still win the group as it stands. So Shakhtar have done all their work early and can afford a slip up, but yeah, they'll be finding themselves as runners up currently. So we'll have a look at some subs. Liverpool looking a little bit jaded here. We've got Henderson, Mane. It's cool. It's still a close game, so I don't want to make too many changes if I can help it. But yeah, there's going to be a couple that we need to make. I think Henderson as well. Looking, he's struggling, but Keita can come in. Obviously, 5 subs in Europe as well. Trent, Salah, Robertson are all not quite ready. So I think that's a pretty strong change to make, those 3. Naby Keita with some good possession here. Over to Jones on the left-hand side, and it looks like that could be a penalty with James Milner on the pitch as well. I believe he's 4 from 4 this season from the spot. If we do get awarded a pen here, it looked like one to me, and it is. So can Milner make it 5 from 5 from the spot and pretty much put this group to bed? Oh, he does. I thought the goalie had saved it. It looked like a pretty tame effort. Maybe it was the camera angle, but cool. Oh no, it's right in the corner, right in the corner. So good pen again. So Milner 5 for 5 from the spot. Liverpool now on 13 points. Shakhtar on 10, Leipzig on 7, and Prague on 4. Can we put the icing on the cake and get a third? Really put this tie to bed. Keita. Campbell to Olmo. Great run from Olmo and wasteful with the shot. Alisson with a good ball to Keita. He's done well since he's come on, Keita. Shaqiri. Smikas lobs the ball forward to no one, really. As time is ticking on, Leipzig need, what, 3 goals, I think, to go through? There's one of them. There's the equaliser. It's that man again. It's Ilario. Not ideal, but we should be okay. We should still be fine. It shouldn't change a lot other than the points tally. In terms of the positions in this group, it should remain the same. Hopefully Leipzig don't score again. Oh no, what is going on? Exactly like the Shakhtar game, we've just absolutely thrown it away at the last gasp. I still actually think we're all... No, Shakhtar with that do actually go top of the group. Can you believe it? So poor. Is it another pen? It looks like we should be going through because Leipzig still need 2, but if we was to grab a draw, we could win the group. Is it another pen? Oh, it's not. It's not this time, so it looks like we're going to go through as runners-up, which, yeah, you know, losing 2 and drawing 1, I think we should just be happy to go through, which it looks very tight. So we lose the game somehow, but we do go through as runners-up, I believe. We do. We sneak through. Really poor. I mean, you know, we won our home games, but away we lost 2 and drew 1. And again, similar to Liverpool in previous Champions League campaigns in real life, again, they always seem to struggle in the away matches. You know, I remember losing to Red Star Belgrade and Napoli a couple of times. So yeah, not ideal. But we're through. It just means that we'll get a group winner rather than a group runner-up. So we made our bed there. Unfortunately, that's going to be the case. But yeah, Newcastle are up next in the Premier League, so join me then, and I'll see you in a minute. Hi everyone, welcome back, and we are back in Premier League action. Going to have a quick look at the lineup because definitely going to be some changes after that disappointing result with Leipzig. We were dominating that game until the last kind of 20 minutes or so, and yeah, it all unravelled once more, which has been a common theme. We seem to be struggling with the fitness really. But yeah, I mean, Chamberlain looks like he's almost back, almost 45 minutes of action. I don't think he's quite ready for the bench just yet. I was impressed with Cater in that game, but we did go on and lose. So I mean, maybe it's not one for him. But I think Jota could probably play on the left with Mane needing a little rest. But still, I think that's probably our strongest lineup, other than Mane. Maybe Cater potentially can come on in this game as well. So hopefully we can bounce back really, because we're yet to find out who our opponents will be in the next round of the Champions League. But we're going to have a group winner, so we're going to get Bayern, Atletico, Barcelona, Inter. One of those four, because the others are English. So we're going to have Inter, Barca, Atletico, or Bayern. So either way, I mean, you'd probably say Inter would be the choice. But you look at the runners up that we could have got. All right, some Juventus are in there, but we could have got Sevilla, PSG potentially, Porto, Club Brugge, Madrid. So yeah, it's difficult. I mean, I think either way we would have had a tough game, but let's get on with this Newcastle match, and fingers crossed we can come back to winning ways at least. So, one for you, David, if you're watching. David does all my videos with me and helps me out massively, editing and thumbnails and everything like that. So, big shout out to David for all his help. But he's a Newcastle fan, so I'm sure he'll be interested in this one. Liverpool currently live sitting second place behind Chelsea. Can we nab a goal? We can. Mo Salah, a header from a corner, I think, which isn't something we see very often from the Egyptian. It's a great ball from Robertson, and yeah, Salah at the front post heads it in. But that should send Liverpool, back to the top of the league as it stands. So a good start, which we've had before, but as we know, we tend to really fade late on in games. So hopefully we can build on that goal and win this game. Can't wait to have Van Dijk back in this team though. Erling Haaland, yet to really catch fire, I would say. Henderson into Salah. Oh, it could have been two. But I mean, it could have been worse. But we're top of the Prem. We're through in the Champions League. There's worse positions to be in. But the second leg, the first knockout round is going to be a tough game. Whoever we get out of those four. So St. Maximan down the wing, lays it in to Almiron, who forces the save. Newcastle looking to get back in this game, but Alisson with a quick breakaway. Mo Salah. Oh, it's good defending from Manquillo, the former Liverpool defender, who is a name not many people will remember. Didn't have a very memorable career at Liverpool. I think he was a backup left back for a year or so under Brendan Rodgers, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I don't remember him being particularly brilliant for us. So Ronaldo on the edge of the box. Mo Salah again looking to create something, but Fabinho keeps hold of the ball for Liverpool. Robertson down the left-hand side. Not this time. But as I say, with Haaland, he's done okay, but he's struggled for fitness. There's a chance there for him. But yeah, he's not quite hit those levels I would have expected so far for the price we paid. I think it was around 80 million, 90 million pounds. So yeah, I would have expected a little bit more from him so far. Usually he's absolutely ridiculous on this game, but yeah, he just needs to sort his fitness out, get a good run in the team, play a couple of games back to back, and start finding the net. Alisson with the long ball to Haaland, then Jota picks it up for Henderson. Salah switches it to Robertson, who can he get the ball across? He can, for Jota, into Mo Salah for two. And that is a huge game, a huge goal in this game, a game changer. Really good possession and good spread of the ball from Liverpool that time, a real team goal. Jota finds Salah at the back post, and yeah, Darlow did what he could to get across, but the power took it through. So Mo Salah again on a hat-trick in the Premier League. He must be knocking on the door of top goal scorer again, as he does pretty much every season. He had that incredible season, didn't he, in his first campaign for Liverpool, 44 goals in all competitions. He's not quite hit that level since then, but as he carried on putting Liverpool through, onto other trophies, and he's just been excellent. I think Mane is probably good for a good half an hour. I don't think he's needing an entire 90 minutes off. Other than that, I think Keita's worth a go. I think he played well, albeit in a defeat. I think he deserves to come on. And then we've got Curtis Jones or Shaqiri. Again, maybe you put... I think Haaland's having a difficult day. We'll put Salah through the middle. And we'll bring on... Do we bring on Curtis Jones on the right or Shaqiri? I think probably Shaqiri. Yeah, that's better. We'll give Haaland a little rest because he seems to... If he plays 90 minutes, he seems to not be able to play the next game. So maybe Wijnaldum would have been better looking at the fitness, but you can always give him a break next week. Midfield is the position once everybody's back. Thiago, Chamberlain, that we've got the most rotation available. So that's always helpful in a Liverpool side that really uses the midfield as the engine room. Mo Salah for the hat trick. Then it's Sadio Mane to Mo Salah. Hat-trick, 14th goal of the season. I think that's just in the Prem. And it's pure Liverpool, isn't it, on the counter-attack. Really good goal. And, yeah, putting Salah through the middle, it seemed to work quite well there. Newcastle struggling to handle the Egyptian king. But good play from Mane to bring the ball out from his own half and find Salah with a good ball through. So, yeah, a nice, comfortable 3-0 win. Potentially could be more at this rate. Oh, Keita with a speculative effort, as they say. A couple of yellow cards we picked up in this game. Seem a bit unnecessary. Yeah, a good result for Liverpool. There we go. Back to the summit. I would imagine that may change at some point over this weekend. There's a few other games to be played, but Man United not picking up the points. So no, we will stay top of the league for this weekend at least. We have Wolves on the Tuesday, so a midweek Premier League game then as we approach the Christmas period. Obviously the Champions League group stage is finished, but as we all know, in England it gets very busy around the Christmas calendar. So here we go with the Champions League draw, the last 16. We can only get a select amount of teams. Can't get FC Porto, Benfica, Chelsea, Real Madrid against Shakhtar. So not much of a reward for winning the group there for Shakhtar Donetsk. Looks like we've got Atletico or Barcelona. It's Barcelona in the last 16. What a tie that is going to be. I cannot wait for that. Man United with an absolute plum of a tie in Club Brugge. But yeah, so Madrid or Barca would have been the result whether we'd have come first or second. So we were going to get a Spanish giant either way. But yeah, we're into that Wolves game then. So I'll give it. Let's see who is back and available. So Sadio Mane looks like he's ready to start, but Salah, yeah, still we can see we're still struggling with fitness across a lot of the teams. So Jota could probably play on the right. Oops. Salah looks like he's going to need a rest for Mane. Robertson again is also struggling for some fitness. Trent as well, so maybe James Milner can come in this game. It's just so relentless. I mean, you look at the likes of Man City, and they've got pretty much 2 11s that they can just trade around. Cancelo or Walker. They've got 4 centre backs that are top quality. Matip still remains way short of fitness. I'm not sure how, just because it's him. Maybe it's the training. Maybe we're doing heavy training. What was that I clicked on a minute ago? Match load heavy. Okay, 360 out of 360 in the last 14 days. Okay, fine. Training load very light, so no, that seems fine. Midfield again look okay. Look recovered. Haaland's ready to start. But yeah, there's a couple that needed a little rest there. Chamberlain is knocking on the door of a return. Not sure we need two centre backs on the bench, so maybe there that little change there. But yeah, that should be okay. Wolves, interesting team. Wolves. We played them recently and managed to get a good result at Molineux. It was a 1-0 win after that horrible run of form where we just absolutely catastrophic results that we were on the end of, but we did manage to get a good result at Wolves the other week, so hopefully we can get a similar result here. Again, just the 1 point ahead of Chelsea. We might have a look if there's any other games going on. Yeah, there are a lot. Chelsea 2-0 down at home to Leicester after 20 minutes. Wow. That's good news for us. Obviously, Chelsea are closest rivals in that title race currently. Manchester City lead at Spurs. United lead at home to Leeds with a goal from Fred. But not a lot going on in our game so far. Very, very quiet. Not many chances yet. We've had 7 shots, but none on target as of yet. So very wasteful currently. So the first highlight of the game, pretty much, leaves with an equaliser at Old Trafford, but Liverpool still looking for a way through. And I don't think that's a penalty. I think that was just outside. Luckily, Milner is on the pitch with Salah not there, so we have got a recognised penalty taker, but it didn't look quite in the box to me. No, is it a free kick on the edge, or? Yeah, I didn't think it was in the area. Still a good chance, though. Milner into Gomez, it basically was. Gomez puts Liverpool ahead 1-0. Real big goal there. Can we stretch our lead over Chelsea in this Premier League season? If they were to lose and we were to win tonight, that would be some welcome breathing space. And here's Naby Keita. Again, off target. Liverpool seem to be struggling to test the goalkeeper so far in this game. Only 3 on target in 11. Expected goals just about 1, but need to start improving our accuracy here with the shooting. Keita through to Haaland, again to Jota, and that is 2-0. Lovely goal there. Erling Haaland not particularly getting on the score sheet, but getting involved in the goals, and Jota picking up another goal for us there. So it's good to have options in that front three, isn't it? Even when one's dropped out, it's just as strong. Mane to Jota, against his former club, of course. He did score that winner for Liverpool in real life in this fixture as well. So a massive player. What a signing Jota's been for Liverpool. He did have that 3-month injury when he was played in that meaningless Champions League game and was out for a long time, and he'd been picking up the goals for his Neto with one back. But yeah, back to Jota, he'd been getting winning goals in 3 or 4 different matches for us before his injury. So we really did miss him over the Christmas period. He's only just come back now. So Wolves with Pedro Neto half the deficit, a player that pretty much came in to replace Jota. And again, Liverpool starting to look tired, Wijnaldum especially. So I think Curtis Jones is going to be absolutely fine to play in there. Shaqiri, who do we bring him on for? I think maybe leave that just for the minute. We'll see who the next one is that's struggling. Jones, player I do really like. Diego Jota now starting to struggle. I think that might be time for Shaqiri to come on. So I'm trying to play the players that are at full fitness rather than bringing on the ones that are not quite there, which is pretty much everybody else. Henderson is struggling a bit, but maybe we can get Fabinho on for the last 10 minutes or so. Just don't want Henderson to be absolutely out of his feet. That defensive mid position, which is so crucial. Naby Keita's had a good game. I'm surprised he's only got a rating of 6.9 to 7. He's looked good. Be interesting to see what Chelsea decided to do in that game. They looks like they've dropped down to third, so they have got one back late on for Abraham, but falling off the race. If we can, Wolves really turning the screw here. Mane with a dangerous striker's tackle, but nothing given. Can we hold out in this game? That should be that. Not long left now. Naby Keita's ball retention has been excellent. Smeekas and Jones playing out time, and there's the 2-1 victory. Again, not pretty, but we get the win. Zidane spotted at Molineux, looking at Sadio Mane. Interesting. We'll have to see how that develops, because it's one of them. You know, you look at Mane, you look at Salah. They're 28. They're going to be 29. They're going to be 30. So at some point, I'm probably going to cash in. Rather than let them run their contracts down into the mid-30s, because it's just, you know, if you can get 100 million for one of them and buy someone 5 to 10 years younger, that's good business. You know, Mbappe and Sancho, there's different players out there that can do a job for us. So watch this space. For now, I'm more than happy with my team, but as the seasons go through, if you stick with this career and follow my progress, then we will see who's available. I'm looking at the free transfers in January. You've got Memphis Depay, Donnarumma. I think there was one other as well that we shortlisted. I'll check that in a moment. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting January transfer window. Not a lot of budget, but it's one of those where you can offer a pre-contract to somebody, and they tend to offer you the chance to sign them for a cut price deal 6 months early. So obviously you have to have the money in the bank to do so. So if I can move someone on to do that, I may, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, Sheffield United next. Join me then. Hi, welcome back. We are going into the game with Sheffield United, who are currently sitting 20th in the league. Very realistic, as they find themselves rooted to the bottom of the table in real life as well. Ryan Brewster, the former Liverpool youngster, also finds himself on the bench in the virtual world. Really strange one, because he, 20 odd million pound we managed to get for the young Englishman, but yeah, he's not had any sort of impact whatsoever, and it was a big price to take on purely potential. He'd never played or scored a goal for us, so great work from Michael Edwards getting that kind of profit for him. Hopefully Haaland can start to score some goals now, because that's something I've missed so far. Salah's mostly been scoring the goals for us, so it would be nice to see Haaland to start hitting the back of the net. It's an early chance here for Sheffield United, but a good last-ditch tackle there from Liverpool's defence. We're the only game currently on, so we may as well look at the table rather than the scores. Currently 2 points clear with a draw. Obviously, we want to make that to 4 points with a win. Massive opportunity at home to the team at absolutely bottom of the league, and as you can see, Tottenham currently sitting in 17th position, which is quite incredible at this stage of the season. I would imagine that Jose Mourinho is, if he hasn't gone already, very close to be. Baldock bringing the ball out well, and Robertson having to make a pretty good tackle. Sheffield United up to 19th with a draw as it stands, but I'd imagine wins is all they really need now. But a draw at Anfield would probably be a good catalyst to go on a good run, try and survive. So Sadio Mane, really wasteful. Not shown enough. 7 shots, 1 on target. It's becoming a theme, isn't it, of not being able to get our shots on target, which is not the way to win football matches. Trent into Salah then. Henderson into the box, and it's a deflection off of Haaland. I think it might be offside though. Yeah. He looked like he was standing in an offside position as it hit him. He definitely was. There's a few of them, isn't there? Yeah, lazy play really. He should be getting himself onside in those kind of situations, because Yeah, it can make a big difference. We really need to score a goal here. Time is starting to tick away. And what's this? Is this a potential penalty check? And the VAR didn't really see it. No penalty given. I didn't really see the incident, to be honest. Again, we're ticking. The clock keeps on ticking. I know it's 52 minutes, but I would have expected to take the lead in this game by now. We might have to make a few changes. Again, Haaland struggling to make any kind of impact, and Mane and Salah also in this game not showing much. Sheffield United are stinging their tail. This is not great so far. I might try and go a bit more attacking. I mean, bench wise, it's the usual candidates, Jota and Shaqiri, Keita, but I would have expected better from the ones that are actually on the pitch currently. Jota and Shaqiri may be needed for the last 15 minutes or so, because this team is doing absolutely nothing currently. Sheffield United doing a good job. Massive chance to get some points on the board here, and yeah, it's ticking into nothingness at the moment. I think Shaqiri might even do the whole front three. Jota up through the middle. Maybe Curtis Jones on the left, because the front three have just been so ineffective in this game. It's been really poor. All three of them barely getting a 7. Disappointing. To only draw this game would be a pretty bitter pill to swallow. After some good work, some good results, this undoes some of that. Could get worse though. Can we find a way through? It's going to be late show. Trent into Jota. He hits the post. Oh, what a chance. Oh, disallowed goal. A no given VAR pen. And Jota off the post, and that equals a 0-0 draw at home to Sheffield United. Really poor result from Liverpool. Not what we were looking for, and yeah, it's quite a shock. I mean, we were going very attacking from, you know, a good half an hour left. I could just feel that game slipping away from us. The next game up is quarter-final of the Carabao Cup against Fulham, so join me then. Hi everyone, welcome back, and we have the toughest run of games in terms of days between them that we have faced so far. We've got Fulham in the Carabao Cup quarter-finals, followed by Brighton on Boxing Day 3 days later, and 2 days after that we face Tottenham, before 5 days Manchester City. So I'm going to be resting a few in this game. Carabao Cup quarter-finals, it's still a very strong team I'm putting out, but you know, I'm pretty confident that we're going to need the other players a little bit more in the other games. So we'll see how we get on with this lot. We can make changes if we need to, but it seems a good time to rotate a little bit. Davies and Chamberlain struggling for fitness, but give them a game. I would imagine Fulham have got bigger fish to fry as well in terms of Premier League survival rather than Carabao Cup success, but still got a pretty good team out there, so it'd be good to get some fitness in some of those legs. Trent over to Smikas this time. Curtis Jones round the back of the Fulham defence, and Jota with the tap-in. It's good stuff from Liverpool. It's 1-0. We win this, we go through to the Carabao Cup semi-finals, which I believe is still 2 legs, which is a bit annoying, but you know, Liverpool have not won this competition for quite a while. So you know, why not? If you've got the chance to win a trophy, you know, it's not like I've played my strongest 11 through it. You know, I still want to go through. I'm not playing the complete and utter youth team, but you know, if we've got enough people to rotate and be successful, then by all means, let's go for it. Milner from the spot again, and again he makes no mistake. I think that's 6 for 6 from the spot. James Milner absolutely flying in terms of penalty taking. Just not even in doubt, is it? Every time he takes one, he's an absolutely brilliant player to have. I think he's probably got one more year left as well after this, so I might use him sparingly next season. But yeah, he's having a good season at the moment. Smicas to Jones then, over to Milner once more, into Trent. Can he make a goal with it? No, he can't. 2-0 though after 26 minutes is a very good start, and I would imagine Fulham have arrested quite a few of their players, as I said before. Pretty fair result on reflection in terms of the stats so far. And yeah, if we can rest one or two, I think Trent's probably going to be the next one to bring off, because there's not really any need to have him on, is there, at the moment? Yeah, I think we'll give Trent a break because we know we're going to need him in the future. So, who do we bring on? I think probably should have put Kabak on the bench, but we'll give Matip 45 minutes there. Yeah, I probably should have brought Kabak into the squad. I've dropped one a bit there, but it just gives Trent 45 minutes and Matip 45 minutes. That should be enough for them to be fresh for the next game. Other than that, you've got, in terms of who's going to play the next game, probably only Gomez on the pitch currently that's going to start in that next one. So again, it might be worth bringing him off as well, just to give him a bit of a rest. Maybe Fabinho can take half an hour for him. Other than that, everybody now that started is not going to start in the next game. So if we can get 90 minutes out of Chamberlain, Shaqiri, Jones, Jota, Milner, Smicas and Davies, then it's been a good afternoon with the victory as well, so great to see. Petering out into a pretty quiet second half. Fulham not really showing anything in this game. 15 shots to 1, 16 shots to 1 now for Liverpool's favour. Fulham not really turned up or not been allowed to. A mixture of the two, with probably a lacklustre kind of lineup that's not played together for a while. But yeah, so will it be interesting to see who we get in that semi-final of the Carabao Cup. Carabao Cup semi-final draw. Let's have a quick look and see. I mean, it's Brentford, Reading or Man City, so if we can avoid Manchester City, which we do, we have a two-legged game against a Championship side to reach the Carabao Cup final, which is fantastic. So Haaland's picked up a knock, so he's going to miss the next game, which is a shame. Might as well have used him in the last one. But they're going to be coming thick and fast now. So Brighton at home in the next game. Tottenham hired Laudrup as manager, so Jose did actually pay with his job for the shocking run of form that they've been on, and it looks like we're going to be playing Tottenham in their first or second game of their new manager. Probably second. They've most likely got a game today as well. But yeah, Laudrup. So he was Premier League wise Swansea manager and did actually win the Carabao Cup with them in his reign, and yeah, got them up to the Premier League, didn't he? And obviously they're not there anymore. But yeah, decent manager, Laudrup. I've always felt. I'm not sure quite what happened to him in the last sort of few years or so, but be interesting to see how he does at Spurs, albeit in the virtual world. Will he bring in some Danes? The likes of Eriksen has moved on and not really found the grass is greener. Maybe he'll return, and we shall keep a close eye on them. But in terms of us, we've got Brighton at home, a game where we lost again in real life, 1-0, shocking result, really. But the majority of our team are good to return to the first 11, so we should be pretty strong in this game. Pretty much everyone that we rested is good to go. I think Matip as well, back in for Davies. So the back four is as good as it will be without Van Dijk, and everybody else other than Haaland is okay to go again. I think that's pretty much as good as we can be. I imagine we'll have to rest a few again for that Tottenham game. Might have to have a little bit of rotation in there, but it's one of them. Do you rest players against Brighton and end up not winning the game, and then playing your first team against Tottenham in a more challenging match? Or it's difficult for me. I just play my best team available every game, and if they can't make the next one, then I'll make changes. But it's a dangerous game to look past a match, which I think Liverpool have been guilty of in the past, especially recently. So we'll see if we can do anything better than what the real guys did in the Prem. And early chance for a penalty, I believe. James Milner not currently on the pitch, so Mo Salah will be stepping up to take it. Can he keep that amazing record going that we've had from the spot? I don't think we've missed one this season. Mo Salah from the spot with his left foot, coolly slots it away. 15th of the season. He's having a great season, and you know, if James Milner wasn't taking these pens, I think Salah would probably be knocking on the door for 20 goals. But albeit they've not all come in the Prem. But good start after that really disappointing draw with Sheffield United the other game. So that's good to see. Sheffield United 6 points. You know, desperate that we didn't beat them, but you're going to get one or two funny results in this game. You know, it's all about consistency, isn't it, across the season? So if we can come out this game with a win, I'll soon be forgotten about the Sheffield United game. There's a good chance here on the counter. Mo Salah should have probably released the ball, but Mane picks it up. Is that the second penalty of the game? There's a lot of penalties in this episode. What's he saying this time? Penalty again. So Mo Salah with a chance to make it 2 for himself and 2 for the Reds. Will he go the same way? Will he go an opposite way? Will he go down the middle? He goes exactly the same way. It's a carbon copy of the first pen, and if it worked before, why change it? Even if the goalie goes the right way with that kind of penalty, you know, 9 times out of 10 that is going in the bottom corner. So yeah, great start here for Liverpool. 2-0 up. Fingers crossed I can start to bring off 1 or 2 for that Tottenham game, albeit Tottenham down in 17th currently. You know they're going to be bringing their A game under their new manager. Mo Salah again finds himself on a hat-trick in the Premier League. It's usually the likes of Trent and Robertson I like to save the most, because we don't have really any backup in those areas. You know, midfield we can bring in a Keita, you know, Milner, but with backup left and right backs we seem to struggle really. So I might, if we get one more goal, I might look at bringing those two off pretty quickly, saving them for that Spurs game. Robertson with a fantastic ball in, but again nothing doing that time. Again, Haaland's not hit the ground running, is he? Here's Diogo Jota then. Fantastic goal, and exactly what we needed. You know, really, Jota's playing his way into this first 11, and Haaland really is going to have to start working his way back in again, because if Jota's fit, he seems to score. Wow, there we go. 3-0 up. Beyond our wildest dreams, really. One of these goals in that Sheffield United game would have been very welcome, but this wasn't to be that day. Ben White, Dunk at the back. Brighton have got some decent players. Lamptey as well. Lallana, obviously the former Liverpool player. But nothing doing on that occasion. As we approach half time, I will make those subs I mentioned, the fullbacks. You know, 3-0 up at half time. I can't imagine we're going to be blowing this game. Just give them a little bit of a rest for that Tottenham match on the horizon. Mane, almost 4-0. Yeah, it won't be too much longer in this episode. So half time then, I think it's time to rest 1 or 2. Smikas and Milner. In terms of that, I think, who's the other one that we rest? Again, it's difficult to bring Salah off, isn't it? But I mean, I might save it for now and bring him off. I'll give him 15 minutes to get his hat-trick. Even though if we get a pen, Milner's taking it. Maybe. It depends if I've got... If you're on a hat-trick, take the pen. I can't remember if I've got that on or not, but we'll give him a little bit longer to get his pen, to get his hat-trick, and if not, I might bring him off if he's looking tired, saving him for that next game. Just trying to keep this squad as fresh as possible. So Mane's the early showing a little bit of fatigue. Still in a strong position in this game. Milner with a very strange attempt. Not quite sure what he meant to do there. Whether he meant to hit it with the outside of his foot and got that all wrong, or yeah, rush of blood that one. So again, they're not looking too bad. Mane is again the one that seems to be struggling the most. Henderson now starting to tire also. Mo Salah looks okay fitness wise. He's just not going to be able to find this goal, is he? He's taking the free kicks as well now. He's looking for that third. I just want to protect him if I can, but yeah, I think I'm just gonna bring him off because I just want to look after Salah. I know he's on a hat trick, but he's such an important player. Imagine if he picked up an injury, and you know, even if he doesn't, if he's too jaded to start the next game, it's silly, isn't it? We need to protect him. So I said I'd give him a little bit longer to get his hat trick. He didn't manage it. He most likely would have done if I gave him the 90, but you know, it's not all about individual accolades, is it? There's one back for Brighton, and that's the clean sheet gone. I will make this the last one, guys, for this episode. Mane with a good run to Henderson, into Shaqiri, and there's the goal. The position Salah would have probably found himself in, but having a well-deserved rest and Shaqiri finding the net. 4-1 to Liverpool. That should be the end of that. 4 points clear as it stands. Could have been better, could have been 6, but Manchester City starting to pull themselves back from pretty much mid-table where they found themselves early on, and Tottenham really with the most work to do. It looks like Mane is probably going to be a little bit tired for that Tottenham game, which is okay. We can play Jota on the left, Haaland through the middle, and then Salah on the right, which is still incredibly strong. But Liverpool with expected goals of just over 4, so definitely delivered in that department today. That should be it. Brighton are in big trouble down the bottom of the table, with Tottenham above them, who you would expect to improve from that position. So good result for Liverpool. Fabinho, does he pick up a suspension? Yeah, he might be missing then for that Tottenham game, which is a bit of a shame. But we've still got Henderson that can play in there. Barcelona chase Salah. PSG step up chase for Robertson. So yeah, in the next episode we will have the Tottenham game. We will have the January transfer window. So look out for that episode, guys. This has been the Southern Scouser. Again, if you want to check me out on the South Scouse and the Southern Scouser on Instagram and on Twitter, and I will catch you next time.